everybody gets a review. Each agents review each other, right? The showing agent gets reviewed and the buyer's agent gets reviewed. The buyer agent reviews, we want to know if somebody's a jerk, right? I mean, every once in a while you get people who they don't play nice. We'll block them off of the platform. The showing agents, we want them to have an incentive to do well. The more stars you get, the more showings you get, the higher you go up in the rankings, the more alerts you're going to get, the more notifications that you get. The preferred agent is, let's say you're like, my people have gone out with, Jack several times. I really want Jack to show those people because I'm comfortable with Jack. My people are comfortable with Jack. You just enter in Jack's email address or you start typing his name, it automatically will pop up and he'll get a 10-minute start on everybody else before it gets picked up. The other thing is the hearted and the blocked. So, or favorited, I say hearted, it's a little heart icon, but basically if you favorite somebody, let's say they did a showing, but you're not necessarily like, I got to have them as a preferred. The more people that you favorite, they're going to go to the beginning of the rankings when the alerts go out so that you're getting people that you like to use. And let's say somebody didn't do a terrible job, but you just didn't feel it with them, right? So you want to block them from your showings, but you don't want them blocked off the platform because they didn't really do anything wrong. It wasn't a good fit. You just block them. They won't receive any more notifications. You don't have that awkward, hey, this first person picked it up, I have to, cancel the showing and repost with somebody else, So we've got some pretty cool tools that go along with it.
So you've kind of brought in the whole social platform into the system, and I'm liking the fact of the 10-minute head start. Now, here's what I'm thinking about also is if you do a good job, how to leverage peer referrals, because essentially these are peer referrals, right? Onto social platforms, right? That you just do a phenomenal job as a peer agent working in the marketplace would definitely be something that I think that one would want to share because it shows that you play well in the sandbox. Yep. And everyone, I was at an event a couple of weeks ago where real estate to me is so interesting that each of us, we are in competition with one another. But in order to get a deal successfully to the closing table, we have to come back and cooperate. And if you've alienated anybody and you have not played well in the sandbox, that is going to become harder for you to successfully do. I like to leverage and tell everybody everything. So I'm a sharer by nature of information because you still have to implement it. And you are my competition, but I'm going to share information. And the reason is, once I became an instructor, everyone who was my student in a class, our deals were easier to do. Right. Like it just because we all knew the same thing. I had shared so much information that when we came back, even people like people who we have a love-hate relationship, I can look at her and be like, oh, she getting ready to wear my nerves out. But then I say to myself, oh, but we're going to get this deal closed. And it's a couple of people in my marketplace. It's a bunch of OGs. We all been in the business 20 some years, right? They can remember when. They like to let that be known. But when I see them on the other side of a deal, I'm like, yes, because right. I already know they possess the knowledge. And so in real estate, I tell people all the time, you want to share what's good because eventually the goal is that you would have to come back and collaborate with these people to get more deals done. And if you're thinking from a different mindset, I'm going to keep everything to myself, you're going to have to do this process time and time and time again of educating people. And it becomes a little rough, right? Share the information because the information is coming so fast. You just said, look, you've been around 6 years. I hadn't heard about you because I'm in the state of Illinois. But how many deals over the past 6 years had we known could we had made more money? Or guess what? Might not have lost for our failure to not get them in to see a property in a timely manner.